Welcome! Or welcome back. I did not mean to hit you. I'm so sorry.
In today's video, we wanted to do a form of like a sleepover, bookish sleepover. We want to bake. Okay, I guess it's Valentine's coded. Like Valentine. I bought the box, so it's just like Valentine's Day. Okay, Pillsbury box. And with the really cute sprinkles, you know, we got some little cute red and pink and white.
We're gonna read.
We wanted to read and also like do nails while we talk or something.
Just like a girly sleepover.
Yeah. I showed Emma doing stuff for this and we were inspired.
Yes.
But hers is more like vlog based, ours is gonna be more book based.
Alrighty. Off to the baking.
Me.
We're gonna be doing our nails.
We're done baking. The cupcakes are cooling right now. We're gonna ice them.
Exactly. And we're kind of in the mood for Valentine's Day nails.
Because we make Valentine's Day thing, so we were like, why not?
We're not Valentine's Day people.
Only for Hosier.
We're not Valentine's Day people, but for some reason we're feeling the urge to put hearts on our nails. So that's what we're gonna do.
So we, of course, went to Pinterest for some inspo. Like that. Like, you know, like the pink, nudie pink with little hearts everywhere. Or maybe something like this. Like a deep red with some hearts and an accent. Something with hearts on it. So, something like that. I think I'm going to do French tips, like almond, you know, and then I'm going to do like a heart across the whole nail. I'll show you at the end, but
okay.
We're just having a fun little girlies night.
So, for the prep part, Lily can prep her nails and I'll ask her questions.
We do gel wax, by the way. We don't do like acrylic or anything.
Exactly.
I'm self-taught. Thank you, Kaylee Boyle.
Okay, nail prep. First question is, what is our favorite book? Lily, I'll let you go first.
I really love Akamoth. Clearly. I just love Reese. What?
I was just looking at the thing you were using.
Oh, I really love One Dark Window, new fave. I also really like Fourth Wing, or did. Past tense. What else do I like? I really loved Queen of Shadows.
My favorites currently.
I'm powerless.
I love the ACOTAR series, the trilogy, if you will. I really like the trilogy of ACOTAR. Like Really, I compare everything to it for some reason. And then Fourth Wing, of course, was great. But then we have the downfall of Iron Flame, so kind of a disappointment. And then, as far as romance books go, I have been obsessed with Out on a Limb. I don't know if you've read that book. It looks like this. I love it. Love, love, love. I want every guy in a book to be just like Beau. And I loved Wen in this book too. So if everyone could just start writing that way, that'd be great. I'm kind of over the grumpiness that I keep seeing. Like, I know Grumpy Sunshine's a big trope, but there's like grumpy and then there's kind of borderline bullying, which I hate. I hate when you're just mean to someone and then it ends up being like, oh, I just liked you. I didn't know how to express myself.
Mr. Darcy didn't bully.
Yeah, I mean, like, Mr. Darcy was, I love him. He's very quiet, reserved. He might have said some stuff that was not
Some out-of-pocket stuff.
He wasn't very nice, but he wasn't constantly, like, a mean person to anyone and everyone.
Going out of his way to be mean to you.
Yeah.
I knew that.
It's just something about it. And I hate when it's dual POV. I'm just going to go into a book rant. When it's dual POV, and in the girl's perspective, she's like, he's not even speaking to me. He doesn't like me. He, like, rolls his eyes at everything I say, scoffs at every word I say. And then you go to his point of view, and he's like, she's right in front of me. I can't believe it. I don't even know how to act. She's so beautiful. I've been in love with her. Really? I don't know. Honestly, is that going to be a really good relationship if you couldn't even communicate at all in the beginning? Bookish rant for me in a romance book right now is specifically, I've been reading a bunch in the last week, and it comes to the point in the book, maybe 20% in, where they, like, are finally hanging out and doing something together alone, and you're, like, expecting bonding time, and the girl, instead of being, like, this coherent, like, smart, whatever thinking girl, she turns into, like, a bubbly mess and can't even compose a thought because she happened to see him take his shirt off or something. Ew, like, I hate that. That is such an ick. And then they're like, aren't you gonna take off your shirt so we can go swimming? And you're like, oh, I totally forgot what I was doing. Of course we came to the swimming pool to swim. That's crazy. I literally forgot. I'm currently reading Something Net, the hockey book, the Something on the Net. So they're at like a yoga studio and they're finally hanging out. It's like her sister's yoga studio and he decides to just join. Okay, fine, great. He gets there and he apparently halfway through the session just takes off his shirt and she just can't even focus to do her yoga. Like, all she can do is stare and ogle at his body constantly. I don't know, it's just something about it that icks me out.
It's when they're talking about their penis all day. Stop talking about your penis. I don't care about it. Snip, snip, right, girls?
Right. I do hate that too. I hate that if it's dual POV
do you have
books.
any other thoughts
Yes.
than that? Like, I know men don't always think about their dick. Sorry, their penis.
I hope not. Like, I don't know. This is very specific to romance novels. Not so much fantasy, because you don't get a whole lot of dual POV. And if you do, they're not talking like this. This is pretty much every romance book lately is if you have the dual POV, you go from the girl to the guy, and in the guy's point of view, he's instantly thinking about, like, jacking off to this person. Like, immediately. Right?
Yeah.
And the books aren't always the worst. Like, if I can get through the whole end, like, I'll let it slide. But, I don't know, when it starts off this early, it just makes me want to not read the book. Like I said, the most perfect book I've read recently is Out on a Limb. People need to write more books like that. There's also no third act breakup. Hallelujah. And I was having anxiety about this. I was thinking, what's going to go wrong in the next 20% that's going to make them break up or something, you know? But nothing happened, and thank God. Because not every book needs a third act breakup. Not every character needs to have some kind of drama that makes them not want to speak to each other. I really do hate that.
Yeah, I hate third act breakups. Like, just to get, like, a conflict between them. It's so stupid.
But I also don't like Iron Flame level where she says, you want conflict? Here's some conflict. We'll make them fight the whole time. No, I don't want that either. They can break up. That's like the one spot where I would have said, maybe we shouldn't be together right now. Let's grow throughout this book. Have to work together, bond, and then maybe by the end you get back together. Maybe.
Ugh.
Right? Like, we didn't need the, okay, let's get back together, but still argue the whole freaking book.
Or have sex and then be mad at each other right now.
Yes. If your book solves your miscommunication with
Ooh,
sexual intercourse. You know what else I'm sick of? Okay, so in fantasy books, everything's trying to be ACOTAR or Sarah J. Maas books. Like, every single fantasy thing you pick up, they're really striving for that kind of setup where it's like probably more of like a strong heroine, assassin-like girl. And then you have the guy kind of like mysterious, morally gray, villain almost type, who's never actually a villain in the first place. And then they're either have like hidden abilities, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're like a hidden princess, hidden queen, hidden fae person. And then they've now, like, they get these abilities and that's it. It's like the same formula over and over and over. I just want something different. I don't know. I want something that blows my socks off. This is kind of why I liked Fourth Wing, because it felt different from the other stuff I was reading, where she's not like a fae person. They're not immortal. They are at a war college, which gives Harry Potter type vibes, which I like. They're older. Dragons, which dragons are really not in a ton of books that you read.
Yeah.
And I like dragons. That was fun. I want to read more dragon books, to be honest.
Same.
I wish there were more hours in a day to read all these books. Do you prefer a fast or slow burn? Like, if we're talking about romance books, would you rather it be a slow burn? Or are you more of a 50%?
For slow burn?
Because you were saying the Mariana Zapata books, or...
Oh my gosh. So Emma's been wanting to read the Mariana Zapata books. The only one I've ever read was The Wall of Winnipeg and Me. And mind you, I was like 15. So it was like a few years ago. Maybe even before that. I don't know. And I was reading it. I just remember the whole time, like, they didn't even get together till the last like 100 pages. I couldn't remember. Like, and I liked it, and I literally cannot remember. I feel like I have book amnesia. It's a real thing. Anyway.
It is.
Like, it's really bad. But, I just remember being like, dang, like, this slow burn is slow burning. Like, it's, whew, like, we're going on for a while.
Mm-hmm.
They would barely touch hands, nothing. I just remember being like, okay, you know, like, it was fine. I remember it was like 1,000 pages on my phone. So, I think, like, on your phone it, like, doubles, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
So, I don't know how much the actual book is, but I just remember thinking, like, dang, you know? So I was telling Emma, if you want to read it, like, just know that they don't get together for really, really far into the book.
And my thing is I love the slow burns. Never really read a romance book where it takes, like, the whole book. Well, maybe, like, a YA. Like, Sarah Dessen books are pretty big on.
Not that I don't like, I'm a slow burn person, but it's the, like, they didn't, like, do anything in the book. Like, they didn't, not that I can remember. It didn't feel like they did anything, like, flirtation. Like, somewhat, yes. I don't know.
What I do like is when you do slow burns in fantasy, because you'll have, like, a whole book of build-up, and the second book, it's, like, so much sexual tension and everything, and, like, they're just forced to be in these scenarios together. I love that. Love. But as far as, like, a real romance books goes, they have a formula for these. And if it works, it works, you know. If you're into reading a romance, you're probably expecting the romantic stuff to start happening about 60% in. You know?
It seems to be this one. This one looks like it's been edited. Because this one is only 480. You see the one that's the blue cover? And then this one, the actual old one, is 671 pages. I just remember that was like so much on my phone. Anyway, I just remember that book being really long. And usually romance books should only be about 400 pages. But like, it was 671. And they didn't even get together until like probably 600 pages in. And I was just like, I usually love slow burn. Like, I love slow burn. But this one, it was a lot. But mind you, I did read that a while ago, so I could be chatting shit. Just not saying the right thing. Maybe I would change my mind now reading it. But I just remember thinking like, woo, it's a long book.
Right.
But I did enjoy it, I think.
Well, I keep reading these popular little romance novels, and some of them are great. Some. But I do cringe to get through them. Like, I need something that's more my speed. I think I'm reading in the wrong age range or something. And I've never really read dark romances, and I don't think I'd want to.
Really?
I don't think well, like, not like Haunting Adeline or anything.
Like, you wouldn't want to read them?
No, I don't think so. Because if I'm reading to escape, I don't want to,
you wouldn't care, like, you would care if they're, like, a murderer?
Murder is not what I'm not saying like murder.
I mean,
I'm talking like,
oh, okay.
Like these borderline taboo dark romances.
I wouldn't read those either. I thought you meant like,
or
a mafia boss or something, and they just like kill people on the daily.
I don't think I'd want to read that. I'm not really a fan.
Alright.
To be honest.
You haven't read dark romance?
I haven't really read.
But you don't think I want to. Speed?
Yes. Okay, so like the people that are my age are reading dark romances. So I've seen, like, more, like, think about the girly on TikTok, on YouTube, Shaughnessy. Yeah, like, she doesn't really like those, but she likes the more, like, twisted love, like, stuff like that. I don't have a desire to read twisted love or anything. I don't love the billionaire romance tropes and stuff. I really just like wholesome character, like, out on a limb. Neither one of them are grumpy. They're both great. I don't know what you'd even call this trope. Also, Out on the Limb felt like a natural conversation that was being had the whole time. It almost felt like you were just in the room and these were normal people talking, normal friends having conversations. It was just so good. So, if anybody sees this that has any recommendations that are similar to the book, not the pregnancy part, but like just people like that or conversations like that in the book, hit a girl up. Okay, if you want to get to know us, here we go. Okay. What are your hobbies?
Hanging out with my sister was the highlight of my childhood.
Aww. It's crazy. It's crazy little life.
I expect the same answer from you.
My fond memory of my childhood was hanging out with you.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah, but my childhood wasn't you. Like, you were born when I was 8. So, by the time you're 8 years old, I'm already 16. Like, is my childhood, like, should I say my highlight of my childhood was hanging out with you?
Yeah. At
16 years old, you were 8.
Yeah, I was pretty lit at 8.
But, like, when you were 16, would you say my favorite thing to do is hang out with an 8-year-old?
Where would I put it? But yeah, I would.
I don't think so. Well, hobbies. My favorite hobbies are reading, and reading. What are your favorite hobbies, Lily?
I love to read. I love to crochet. Oh, my name's Lily. What's the other question before this?
Like your age.
I'm 18. My hobbies are reading, watching YouTube, crocheting. Yeah, I don't have many others. I love doing my hair, like finding new hairstyles. I love cooking.
Crocheting.
I already said that. I love cooking. We usually eat the same things, but I do love cooking.
True.
It's a very fun thing. Funny.
My answer is no. I don't collect anything.
I guess I collect books, obviously. When a girl has money. When I don't, we're not getting that.
Can I go on to this rant real quick, Lily?
Yeah.
About everything about the book community is you basically have to be aesthetically pleasing. You have to, like, read the popular books right now. You need to be reading as many books as you can. The videos that go viral are going to be the people with like books, like a haul of 100 books or 25 books. Do that math. If a book at Barnes & Noble costs you $18, right?
If you're getting special edition,
I'm like going to be nice and say $18, no tax. We're just going 18 basic. And then you do a book haul of 25 books. That's $450.
But if you got Amazon ones, they're $10 each. You've
only brought your price down a little bit. So if you pay $10 on Amazon for 25 books, you've cut your cost in half. Well, only by $200. Which, great, you've cut it down, but you've still spent $250 for a video or something.
And are you going to read all of those quickly?
Exactly, and these books are now being like they're sitting on your shelf, and it's just over consumption of books. I love to read books. I download as many as I can from Kindle. There's just no realistic way. Like if I were to go do this haul and spend all this money on books, when would I get to these books? I read 35-ish books last year. How much time do I have in a year to read books? So why are we buying? Here's a book called 100.
The assumption is that you would just have unlimited time, but you really don't. Like, if you have a life, like, I don't even have a social life, but I hang out with Emma. Then we feed our dogs, feed ourselves, make ourselves food. It's like, it's really hard to, you know, put in 180, like, you have to talk to nobody. You need to be reading like 8 hours a day if you're gonna read that much. It's like, woo. It's insane.
I was gonna go to my screen time. So my average daily screen time is 5 hours and 22 minutes. I want to see how much of that is actually like just my Kindle. My screen time's not even huge. We're reading as much as we can when we can, and still it's hard to read that many books and work and have a life. So my rant about the book community is you can be reading a library book. You can download books from Libby. You can go and get free books or I don't know. Whatever you're doing. As long as you're reading.
Listening to audiobooks.
Yeah, listening to audio.
It's wild that people think that listening to audiobooks isn't reading. If I can tell you everything that happened in that book or what happened in that book. I can read Spark Notes. I'm just kidding. But
Spark Notes.
Like, boy, quit playing.
Right.
Quit playing. That's so rude. That, you know, actually, people who can't, who don't enjoy reading, like, a physical book, it's just rude to me that
if you remember 2016 beauty community, where, like, everybody was getting non-stop PR packages, like, the PR just kept coming in to the point that they didn't even have time to try the new makeup or enjoy it, because the next new makeup product was already out. I don't know if you recall this, but that's what was going on. It was like a phenomenon. It was a damn phenomenon. Truly, back then.
Literally.
And it's kind of repeating itself with TikTok and books and everything. People are just getting too many books to be able to read in any time.
Not to go into capitalism, but it's wild.
Yeah,
it's
it
wild
is kind of wild.
And we already don't even have the money in general.
Exactly, that's my point.
Like, of course, like, things are feeding you to be like, oh my god, you need to get this book, you need to get this book, you need to get this. It's like, do I really have that money? No. Should I just have Kindle Unlimited and just, you know? I don't know. But I'll show you my nails so far. I have them, like, glued on like this. That's what they're looking like so far.
This is why we don't collect. That was the kind of spiel I wanted to go on to. Because I don't collect anything, and I know the big thing is to collect books, like what you're doing.
I don't do that as much anymore.
Right, like
I don't buy as much. Like when I was working a lot,
you're wanting to buy a lot.
I mean, I do work now, but you know, I was just gonna say, like, especially in school, when you don't want to be there and you just don't want to be thinking about sitting there and just around those people. You want to just read a book, you know?
Right.
Especially since I would have all the work done, I would just be like, I want to read. Because you're not on your phone.
What do you think would most impress your 5-year-old self and then your 15-year-old self?
My 5-year-old self that I read. Like, I'm telling you, what?
That's good.
Because as a child, I was not very good at reading. You know, my comprehension skills were really, really bad. It was always like a big insecurity of mine. It's just, you know, having to read and then they'd make you read out loud in front of the class, and then I'd always stutter. Because my comprehension skills just were not good. And I had to be in the little classes to help you out, you know? So, just the fact that, like, I enjoy reading now, that would probably shock me as a 5-year-old. My 15-year-old self, the fact that our parents let us get a dog. Another dog, I mean.
That I got a sister.
Right.
Because I only had a brother at that point. And then the way you just snapped your face at me.
No, I went.
You said.
I went.
Oh.
To you.
What's the last book you read?
Heartstopper 2.
Mine would be Done and Dusted.
Here's why my nails are looking so far. We're back. We finished our nails. This is what they look like for me. Here we go. Like a little red with chrome. And then pink with glitter. I hate my nails, but and I'm probably gonna redo them. But
you're thinning down here.
I'm probably going to redo them, and just do the red. I have this red one that I actually like, and like a pink one, same thing, and then like a glittery tipped one, and then a heart, like I said I was gonna do, and then I have like a chrome nail. But I think that just looks so random, so I'd probably just want to do a whole hand with just the red and then with the tips, because I think it just looks silly. But anyway, whatever. So we're done eating dinner now. We're going to read some more and close off after. We're watching Emily and Paris.
Guilty pleasure. Don't judge us.
And we're watching season 3, which sucks. Team Gabrielle. I'm team Alfie, like by himself, not with Emily.
True.
Like I want hope for him. But I am team Gabrielle and Emily, obviously.
Oh God, I can't get turned on in the elevator. I'm not that kind of girl. What kind of girl are you? The person that imagines him in the shower with his hand against the wall, but you can't get turned on in an elevator.
With his cock.
Literally.
The gods gave me one gift.
The corner of his mouth slides into a smirk. My heart beats faster. I am the kind of girl who gets turned on in an elevator. It's too late. It's happening. We're there. I'm horny for my hockey player boss in an elevator. I really can't be doing this. He's totally off limits. He's too hot, too nice, and he smells way too good. I can't. This is just a comedy now. No longer romance. I'm just laughing. You know? I'm not into the dominating type. And too many of these books do it wrong. Where it's not like in the bedroom, sometimes they'll say stuff and you're like, okay, whatever, you know, you're taking over control. It's whenever it's day-to-day tasks and you're like, go do this. Or, yes, you will do this for me. Yes, you can. I don't like all that. That's a little much. You're not going to tell me what to do. He told her to play a song for him. She's like, I can't. He said, yes, you can. He says in a firm, demanding tone. He tells her she's going to play a song. She's like, I can't. He said, yes, you can, in a firm, demanding tone. And then he clips up the dog into the harness and says, it's settled then. It's settled? I haven't said a word. What do you mean we're set? That's it. It's settled. I say, and what I say goes.
Give it to me.
How are people eating this up? How are we eating this up? I'm cringing.
Damn, so ain't no fun.
A few days later, he's standing in his kitchen. He can't sleep. I've barely seen her all week. The minute I figure out what happened between these two in high school,
It's over for them.
it's over for me. You know, like, if I could just figure out this one detail. Do I care? I watch as she pulls her bottom lip between her teeth, tracing my abs with her gaze. The last time I played for someone, they laughed at me. Her voice is quiet. Rage surges through my veins. I'll kill them. Who? I demand in a low, lethal voice. Tell me. Names. Now. She rolls her eyes. Jamie.
Bro,
now.
you sound so goofy.
Once again, they've barely spoken. And now all of a sudden, he's like, you're avoiding me. She's like, no, I'm not. He's like, you owe me a debt. Which is playing her a song. And then she's like, I just can't. Last time that happened, someone laughed at me. Who?
Will Ferrell?
Tell me names. Now.
This is
My ex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brothers. They sound like the greatest song of our generation.
Songbird of our generation. Oh my god, I'm so nervous right now.
That's her. At her.
That's the song I want to hear. I'm such a fucking asshole. Her eyes go wide. What? No. Yes, my voice is firm and demanding. I'm a pushy, arrogant dick, but I don't care. I can't. I'm not giggling and kicking my feet. I'm laughing at you. This is me laughing at you. What? Sorry, guys. I can't get on board with people like this, men like this, guys like this. They ick me out. If you think you can talk to me this way, no way, baby. Anything to say to that, Lily?
That's so fucking cringe, dude.
And how many books do you read where the men act like this? Why are we writing this? Who wants these guys?
You don't. He would never be getting together.
I'm not living in your house with you talking to me this way. You don't get to make demands. She's scared and I'm making my chest feel tight. Hey, I lean down so my eyes are level with hers. My hands come up to her upper arms. When I was 9, I got hit with the puck. Dropped. To make her feel better. Lily. He calls her Songbird. You nailed it, Songbird. Is this where I DNF? You called her Songbird?
You were just talking about nicknames.
Her brow rises. Songbird? Mm-hmm. She bites her bottom lip. She wants to do it. I know she does. Ew! Okay, guys. Yep. Maybe one day I'll find out what happens in this book from somebody else. DNF, 26%. Can't do it. Songbird?
You can't take my past. You can't take my history.
That would have made sense. We have to say goodbye, Lily. Our thing's out. We'll say goodbye for the night.
I'm on chapter 44 of Keeping 13. I am 59% through.
Okay.
Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed a little sleepover vibe. Made some cupcakes. Maybe it inspires you to make some cupcakes.
Exactly.
Because they're good.
And if you know anything about this book behind the net, please let me know. I just want to know what happens between them without reading it because it was so fucking cringy. Sayonara.
Bye.
Adios.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe. Yes.
Bye.